Greetings. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Our Voices Matter, a showcase of the beautiful Black and brown voices that represent our organization, Joe's Movement Emporium, and its newest venue, Creative Suitland. Joe celebrated its 25th anniversary this year, and over the past 2 decades, our mission has remained the same: to inspire creativity through cultural influences. Coming up, you will see spoken word, song, and dance performances from members of our arts family. We have alumni from our workforce development program, Creative Works, staff from our arts education program, Club Joe's, and poets from Creative Suitland's resident artist group, Dialect of Prince George's. My name is Britt. I'm the Assistant Director of Creative Suitland, and join us as we celebrate Black lives.
Hello, my name is Nazarene Maloney, Naz for short. I am an alumni of the Creative Works program, circa 2019. For my first piece, I will be performing a spiritual called Ride on Jesus in the style of Hall Johnson. I chose this piece because it depicts a glimmer of hope. It shows me what the ancestors hoped for in waiting for a savior, and how they felt that this would lead to their freedom and the emancipation from all their woes. And we still feel that to this day. Oh, ride on Jesus, ride on Jesus, ride on conquering King. Lord, I wanna go to heaven in the morning. Oh, ride on Jesus, ride on Jesus, ride on conquering King. Lord, I wanna go to heaven in the morning. If you see my sister, oh yes, won't you tell her for me? Oh yes, if you see my sister, tell her for me. Lord, I wanna go to heaven in the morning. Oh, ride on Jesus, ride on Jesus, ride on conquering King. Lord, I wanna go to heaven in the morning. If you see my mother, oh yes, won't you tell her for me? Oh yes, if you see my mother, tell her for me. Lord, I wanna go to heaven in the morning. Oh, ride on Jesus, ride on Jesus, ride on conquering King. Lord, I wanna go to heaven in the morning. Lord, I wanna go to heaven in the morning.
Hi, my name is Project MC, a representative of Dialect PG Poets as well as a musical artist. The title of these first two pieces are Unity and What's Better Than Black. Unity is about embodying community and all of us coming together because we are better as one than we are as apart. And then what's better than black? Well, it's simply sharing the love and pride I have for my people and where we come from and our heritage. Yeah, gotta speak truth when they cover up. In the name of Nipsey, get my hustle up. Hustle motivating, we appreciate. And it's back to business, we don't have the time to deviate. Now all the change that behavior, showing all love, world sugar from my neighbors. Ain't no guarantees when I tell them see you later. Put the money up by the block from the haters, I know they hate us. Black owners, we up. All out of property, I think it's time to re-up. Liquor stores on every corner, trying to corner a sin. In fact, the neighborhood, they gon' kill each other from within. But ghetto living, we done. I do it step by step. I unify the community, do it step by step. Revolution won't be televised, narratives to paint. But that biggest lie of all is America the same. So, I just love the city unity. And everybody ballin' my community. Everybody eats, you can get a plate. My people divine, and they cannot relate. I just love to see the unity. And everybody ballin' my community. Everybody wins and got each other back. Switching up the game, and ain't no looking back. Taking back control, and I gotta play the role. And a rule never going for, we never taking fool's gold. See, we was in that kitchen, slaving to that freedom brain. So a piece of the pie, I want the whole thing. It's bigger than rap, it's bigger than me. It's for the future little homies, so they get to see who we got, what we did, what we really bout. I got a voice, you gon' use it, you gon' hear me out. You gon' hear me shout waves all across the mountains. And what we do when we together, oh, it's so astounding. Leave them dumbfounded, they don't think we found it. There's knowledge out there, I gotta stay well-rounded. Nip said they killed Sebi, he was teaching health. Kill Nip for teaching that, cause see, knowledge is wealth. And your wealth is your worth. And so for what it's worth, before they try to make it worse, give them extra work. I just love to see the unity. And everybody ballin' my community. Everybody eats, you can get a plate. My people divine, and they cannot relate. I just love to see the unity. And everybody ballin' my community. Everybody wins, got each other back. Switching up the game, and ain't no looking back. To the N to the I-T-Y, and that's for me or you. Either live or we die, so it's you and I to the T-Y. That's for me or you. Live or we die. That's for me or you. Either live or we die. You and I, we gotta unify. No, it's you and I to the T-Y, and that's for me or you. Either live or we die, so it's live or we die. Unify, unify, unify. Next, come on, black don't, black don't, black don't, black is, black elemental like earth, wind, fire, flow like water that could quench these eyes. And no matter what, I never get tired, but to say that it ain't beautiful, you will lie. I know that the mirror don't lie, but you do. America, why? You see what you cannot stand, cause you be seeing God in a mortal man. But I am not sorry, you cannot stop me. I cannot help it, that you are not me. Cause I excel when everything I touch. So when you got God, you never need luck. And that's facts, need no rebuttals. I be making oceans when I touch puddles. I prosper through pain whenever I touch struggle. So black man, black woman, see I love yo. No refund, I never take back my pride all day, they ain't never take that. See, black folk, and black don't, and black is, and black is, and black is you, and black is me. So if you're not black, who better to? Black is gorgeous, black important, so much so used for extortion. Lay foundation for the culprits. America built on the back of corpses. But I see greatness, it's no wonder. Many racists wanna see me under with a voice of thunder that can shake the room. I got divine energy from inside the womb. I've been a legacy child. Pharaoh's descendant, peep the style. And gold on my neck and in my eyes, and gold in my hair and touch the skies. Melanin babies dreams, we keep it live. And we shall thrive, not just survive. So you gon' hear me shout until I cry. Ah, ha, ha, look how time flies. Yeah, I love my... Black girl standing in the mirror. I just hope you see the perfect picture. Take a bullet, I slide with you. I take a bullet from who pulled the trigger. Black boy, don't you be afraid. I know you got feelings that you shaved. I know they don't want you showing feelings, but open up, it can't be so revealing. Every black life worthwhile. Every black life more than worth it. From the elderly to the child. Ain't no reason that we go discouraged. Trans, bi, straight, it do not matter. Black lives matter because you matter. What I see with a capital B to the LACK. Let it roam free, that's no refund, I never take back my black. With the pride all day, they never take that. My black folk, and black don't, and black is, and black is, and black is you, and black is me. So if you're not black, who better to?
Black forever, black don't bleed, black is him, black is she, black is you.
If you're not black, who better to?
You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I rise. Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I there in the tide. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, naturally, there I go rising.
My blackness is. Hey world, let me tell you about my blackness for a second. Do you mind? Oh, my blackness, my blackness, my blackness. Hear me out. You see, my blackness comes with a price tag that costs lives. The store manager gives me a buy one, get 399 more years of oppression coupon, hangs my skin in the window to show me the latest fashion. Appropriation is always in style. Robbery is America's #1 trend. My blackness is a life sentence. Black boy born on America's most wanted list. Birth certificate signed in the blood of Black Lives Matter. Better off on the other side of the womb. Childhood was supposed to include the crayons for the sketchbook of life until America came along to snatch all the colors away. My blackness is the definition of insanity. How can I wake up in the skin over and over and over and over again, expecting America to heal wounds that they cause but refuse to acknowledge? Oh, see, my blackness is a battlefield. Unbeknownst to me, sleeping peacefully in bed is considered behind enemy lines. My blackness is architecture, the bricks that hold up a country, ancestors buried in the ruins of capitalism. My blackness is Jesus on the cross. A crowd full of white supremacy agents, both black and white, holding hands in prejudice solidarity. Black on black crime responses to Black Lives Matter only pushes the nails and feet in the side of the coffin. Black Lives Matter does not matter, so they say. I refuse to rebuke. See, poor Jews refuse to betray me for a cable false savior, but just like Jesus, my blackness rises again, rises from the ashes of the brothers you burn, sisters you flinch. My blackness is showing you, though my skin can break, my spirit cannot. My blackness is holy. A prayer that you've been praying since you saw the miracle that it was. My blackness is a lasting memory, the last one you will have when this country finally burns. Black pride smells like shea butter and lighter fluid. Oh, see, my blackness is telling you that though my skin can break, my spirit cannot. My blackness is everlasting joy, joy that confuses time because it refuses to stand the test that it gives. My blackness is a testament, a new chapter in the gospel. Tell people outlast tough times. My blackness is family. All Black Lives Matter tattooed on my soul regardless of who you are and where you come from. If you are black, then you are a part of me. My blackness is love, a parade for all shades, a festivity that lives on forever. My blackness is.
My name is NalaWashington. I am a recent alumni of Suitland High School class of 2020, and among my many, many talents that I've been blessed with, today I will exemplify my talent of spoken word. My first piece, which is very dear to my heart and shows the struggles of being African American and combining the gospel, is entitled Altar of Racism. You shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. No commandment is greater than these. Have you ever seen a black man dance despite the bullets? Arms waving wildly like he was praying to a God he knew he was about to encounter. And I believe the black kills the boy long before the cops ever will. And now we are in a place where hearing about another one of us dying is no longer surprising. See, with that badge, you feel all high and mighty, but keep in mind the same God that created you created me. For each man and woman you have killed the Lord's image. I guess I should have begun with this piece being a bit controversial, about to come at you, guns ablazing, cock my Glock back real quick. Since my skin is seen as a threat, let me show you how dangerous this voice can be. Are you not my brother's keeper? So please, when I say I do not wish to raise my tongue about more black death, I am shutting down and demanding a better harmony. We built this country from segregation and sugarcane. Well, disease, the seat in the front, you take the back, for the Lord himself claims that I am a chosen people, among the most royal people, his very own possession. But you see my skin, and it's your new obsession, and I can't breathe. You tell us that we will go on as we always do. And I'm here to tell you that that is an oversung gospel. Here, you are trying to extinguish the fire within me, so now hear this gun in my throat. I'm among the holy people. Who's to say if my skin ain't white, it ain't right? Who deemed you of such a thing? Who declares you God? Pray. Our black bodies were never meant for caskets. Perhaps they believe we fit better in them than they do. What an unholy prayer their bodies are. For America's safety, I've already started memorizing my mother's eulogy, and my father's eulogy, and my brother's eulogy, and my sister's eulogy, and my unborn child's eulogy. There are prayers in the way we walk. It is almost as if we are Jesus, crucified on your cross of convictions. But more than 3 days have passed, and we cannot bring back Breonna Taylor, or George Floyd, or Ahmaud Arbery. I am resurrecting their spirits, because greater is a spirit living in me than he who was in the world, and now I'm angry. Jesus flipped tables too, you know. There's this hymn that we used to sing, and it goes a little something like, America, America, from sea to frightening sea, oh, beautiful, with raised eyes, waves and waves of pain. We refused to congregate at your altar of racism. And America has declared that this should be a time of peace. So now immediately they're saying when you fired the gun, it was a time of war. Pray. I fear nothing but the Lord himself, and I refuse to kneel at your badge. You know this. The Lord is coming for his people. This next piece is entitled, We Still. Ain't nothing sexier than how we overcome. Despite your white savior tactics, black is the only God I know worth praying to. No more of white supremacy telling me how to feel, so let's dance on beat, let's rock to the notorious B.I.G. to let them hold you down, reach for the stars, which is to say, we choose to be black. If you don't love yourself, I'll make you see your own heart to be black and happy. This is something you can never kill. Keep your head up, feel the most comfortable in black. You see, black has to become your most happy color. Anything else is dull or too much of this blackness is wrapped in an unwavering joy. And maybe that's why they think we're magical. Let's show them why we from a different world, creating stories throughout the ages, and how I still strive to be like Oscar and Trudy, oh so proud of my beauty, to be black and joyful. This is a conscious decision. Our lives, our anthem, this poem has to be about the most revolutionary thing I could do is to continue to speak with all this voice, this body, this skin. It has to be about the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we innovate and create. It has to be about where we came from, where we are, and how far we will continue to go. It has to be about cookouts and how we don't know, nor do we care who is your first, third, or fifth cousin. They family. It has to be about how we might show up to everything late, but who look better than us. It has to be about twist outs, sports, edges, gospel, and every other piece of music, because I'm pretty sure we originated it. It has to be about seafood, holidays, games, which I'm pretty positive we made that too. It has to be about the arts, hairstyles, fashion, movies, and you cannot kill blackness. Be black, be happy, be joyous, still laugh, still live, still smile, still love, still black. My other pieces touched on the controversial issues on being African American, which I feel like we should still continue to talk about. However, I feel as though we should also talk about the positive effects that comes with this skin color and the privilege it is. So for my last piece, this is entitled Black Love. Where you come from, where they come from. That screaming type love, violence flowing in their veins, that anger projected through their pain. My ultimate love story is that black love. And they try and tell us that such a love is a shame. You know, that love you can never come back from. There's a way a black woman loves a black man as a black man loves a black woman. They do it as if it is the only thing they have ever done correctly. This black love exemplifies that as long as they have breath, they celebrate every dimension of their partner, tip of the tongue spewing mighty praise songs with ancestral spirituals they love so hard. They forget that holding hands is a risk, not that they care, and that much melanin. When the sun hits their skin, it's an instant glow, and I believe only we can take excellent sunlight photos. Black love in a system that has worked so hard to destroy such a beautiful creation. This ages back to the slavery days where they watched black fathers and black mothers be caged, black sisters and brothers in range, where they even caged this love I'm talking about, y'all. I'm talking about this black love, y'all, and I'm so happy. We now have hearts full of forgiveness. This love lives with the repercussions of a repressed society. They love so hard that they undermine this reforming revolutionary politics. Y'all, this love is sacred. All the perfectly imperfect open wounds. Black love is more than just two reground old plantations with now cultural intelligence. I'll be Beyonce, you be Jay-Z. Even though we don't gotta make millions to be happy, be my Randall Pearson to my Beth from This Is Us. Well, y'all, this is we. With black love in the matrix, they externalize colonizations. Be my Dre to my Bo, ensuring that the kids, that they will not be black-ish, but know that despite all the history, this is how it should be done. And now with a solidified kiss, be my Barack to my Michelle, my Rock to my inspiration. We got generations to change. Be my Cliff to my Claire. Well, she never let anything slide, never tolerated anyone to impose on her husband's demise unless she said otherwise. And the only reason she would is because she said so. Be my Nelson to my Harriet as she fought for freedom, and you know he really loved her. Black love is faith over fear. Be my Keith to my Ryan Destiny, having the audacity to slay on days when everything else around us is ugly. Spirits healing the past trauma in our body. Future to my Sierra, wait, my bad, that's the past. Be my Russell, loving every part of me as your own. This love is huger than any movement known. Angela Bassett to my Courtney Vance, and I know I've had a little bit of a flow this whole time, but let me just say that this love don't crack. 61 years of age, complimenting one another like the moon and the sea, hooping as if I'm Dwayne Wade into a union, as if I'm Gabrielle, this world is now ours. Samuel Jackson to my LaTanya Magic, to my Cookie, by all means, I'll be Oscar and you be Trudy. Swiss Beans to my Alicia, Devin to my Megan because I look so good. Be my Deron and I'll be your Jill. I'll be the Vicky to your Aaron, Demetria to your Jimmy. This black love causes infatuation like Jazz have for Hillary. I'll be Whitley and you be Dwayne, a love story throughout the ages. And despite white society's belief that all black men can do is inflict pain on a black woman's heart, I'm here to tell y'all the greatest love story of all. Be my Will Washington to my joy. Strong enough to look past the tears, push through their fears, shut down their peers so that they can move past the past, paving a new path and teaching me exactly how this black love should be.
Hello, my name is Alexis Lola North, graduate from Suitland High School and Morgan State University. Today, I'll be performing a piece entitled Self-Talk. It is inspired by Nikki Giovanni's poem, Ego Trippin'. The reason why I chose this poem and this piece was because I was inspired by the concept of self-love. I think that in a time of hatred towards other people, and sometimes and most times it starts within ourselves. And so I think that it's important how we talk to ourselves, and I think the lyrics in this poem really translate what it means to not only be a black woman in America, but to be a proud black woman in America. I was born in the Congo. I walked to the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. I sat on the throne drinking nectar with Allah. I got hot and sent an ice age to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pains created the Nile. I am a beautiful woman. I gazed on the forest and burned out the Sahara Desert with a packet of goat's meat and a change of clothes. I crossed it in 2 hours. I am a gazelle so swift, you can't catch me. For a birthday present, when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me Rome for Mother's Day. My strength flows ever on. My son Noah built new ark, and I stood proudly at the helm. As we sailed on a soft summer day, I turned myself into myself, and I was Jesus. Men intone my loving name. All praises, I am the one who would save. I sold diamonds in my backyard. My bowels deliver uranium. The filings from my fingernails are semi-precious jewels. On a trip north, I caught a cold and blue. My nose giving oil to the Arab world. I am so hip, even my errors are correct. I sailed west to reach east and had to round off the earth as I went. The hair from my head thin and gold was laid across 3 continents. I am so perfect, so divine, so ethereal, so surreal. I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
My name is Ceesay. I'm a spoken word artist and a recent graduate of Eleanor Roosevelt High School and a member of Joe's Creative Works Class of 2020 and Dialect. And the first piece I want to do for you all today is titled Water. It's a stream of consciousness piece, and it points out the links between water and the experiences of Black people in our history. Water is the blackest thing I've come to know, see. Black and water go hand in hand and way back to the Middle Passage. Water remembers our ancestors who couldn't bear to have a spirit that wasn't free, so they jumped ship, shed the body so the soul could return home. You could not keep them in enslavement. And remembers those who could not survive the journey and were thrown overboard because they never bothered but to leave Black bodies floating in the water. And maybe there is something in our spirits that's been dying of thirst ever since. Black is water and thirsty for help, but Black bodies always gotta save themselves because everybody else finds it easy to look the other way and leave them to drown. Black boy drinking bottle of Hennessy like a magic potion. All his unacceptable emotions are washed down with the liquor and suppressed for a while longer. Water like 1950. Black body is barred from the swimming pool because Black skin is too colorful and not lighter than a paper bag. The white faces laugh like, surely you ain't got no buoyancy in that body, and Black skin ain't never come with the right properties to float. Your hair would get messed up anyway because your mama spent 2 hours to hot comb that hair. We have forgotten how much water we really are. Like Black child telling Black parents that they are gender fluid, and they tell them that's some white people-ish. And if you pray on it enough, then maybe you can dissolve your identity. Water like Flint. How they've been too content to leave Black communities with rusty water and lead poison water. How many times we have forgotten and remembered, and how they still can't drink from their tap to this day, but they say race ain't got nothing to do with it. Say, find a better place to live. Like, can't Black body become fish and swim upstream with all that magic you say you got? I once heard to withhold someone's rights to water is one of the biggest acts of violence, so tell me how this isn't war. Water, like how Black women always gotta be vessel, a support and pouring even when not replenished. And each time we can only rely on each other to fill ourselves back up. Water is the blackest thing I've come to know. Like Black refugee finding its way in a melting pot of fish out of water in America. They drink the assimilation hot and steaming water, like how we were never taught how to swim. Have you ever noticed how the body is 70% water and 70% of us don't know how to swim to this day? Black children are at the highest risk to drown. We see water like Black depression. We are taught to swallow our sad and keep swimming because there ain't never been no sympathy for Black tears. Black could scream and the world will still try to find a way to color our blues mute. We see water and Black hair. It is fluid and winding. Now they always want to be on our wave, want to be seasick with slick edges and waves, but never know what it feels like to drown or feel fish out of water. Just want to drink from Blackness without inheriting the Black blues, only want to dip their feet in the water without becoming it, and always quick to abandon before the osmosis creeps in, but they still say it ain't that hard to swim anymore. And if you want to know a magic trick, just say Black people invented water and watched white face turn flesh red with anger because they ain't come up with it first. All I have left to ask is, how isn't water the blackest thing you've ever heard? This next piece I want to do for you all is titled On Black People Gone Ghost to Brutality, and it's in response to the protests and police brutality, and just it was created as a way for me to process my emotions. And America asks us to swallow a headline whole before rolling a clip of a Black man being murdered. It hits us and doesn't ask if we are ready, but uses and extracts our angry, leaves our bodies windless before the weight. As we watch George's life leave his, and like this, they try to teach us that our lives don't matter, make our pain accessible with a click. They see our body and not our being, so we riot Angry as a siren sweeping across the country, burning down buildings we built, and the president calls protesters thugs. Like the police aren't the country's deepest gang and full riot gear, the media will gaslight us before putting gas into our eyes, and the president calls protesters thugs. Politicians asking us to choose love like sometimes love ain't accountability. The cost of black life still weighed in mouths across America, and I realize my existence is political. We riot for black people gone ghost to brutality, and they ask, why are you burning down your own cities? As if to put building over body, as if we can put insurance claims on those we lost, put clay to ether, and like that, they'll be alive again. I wish our magic worked like that. The country wraps itself in smoke, and the news stories are equally foggy. If you're looking for the truth, the media won't tell it. Call our riot, spill milk, but Target won't sell it. We riot for the black children who gotta swallow headlines with their cereal in a country where it's political for black people to want to keep the air in our lungs. And they say, why can't you be like MLK? They say, you ain't gotta do Gucci like that. They say, violence makes us look bad. No, violence makes them pay attention. We already look bad to them. That's why we're out here in the first place. Remember, they built America on black bones, and they will never be able to repair what they took from us. To be black is to be born a black hole, but where Phoenix can birth a dream out of what's never been. I mean, this isn't the first time we've had to do it. Been a while, and we're still going through it, but no, the revolution is ours to build, even if we gotta do it with our bare hands. This last piece I want to do for you all is titled Hero, and I created it from my inspiration of the Women of the World exhibit at the Smithsonian African American Museum of Art. In the beginning, it was black women who birthed the world, so naturally, it seems now we are still ones to make a world move. The first time I witnessed the ground shake, love was the force, and then I didn't understand the power it took to create spaces to breathe in a world that wants to take our breath away. It is black women who created spaces just for us to be full on our own company, so now there are tables for people who know flat silence and forgotten, built of all the things that could not die. So I know love to be the greatest revolution itself, and here is where I find my heroes. Black women is thought to be both myth and miracle, but I think the hero is resilience, and that comes from the chemical X that is injustice. So I think hero is something that happens from the inside. Is birthed in a small cell until it multiplies over time, and this is how we get our leaders. Hero is Winnie, Fumilayo, Winnie, Beverly is the women in my life who grew me from the ground up, so I see the greatness that I can be, and that's because of the women who came before me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Leila Fabio. I'm a dance instructor for the Arts Education Program here at Joe's Movement Emporium, Club Joe's, and I'm also a proud member of the Pan-African Dance Company Teratibu Youth Association. My first piece will be a song entitled Strange Fruit, sung in the style of Nina Simone. And to me, this song is just a protest against the inhumanity of racism, and it's still very real and relevant to the world that we live in today. Southern trees, barren, strange fruits, blood on the leaves, and blood at the roots. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scenes of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouths, scent of magnolia sweet and fresh, then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the leaves to drop. Here is a strange and bitter crop. My second piece, first will be a song in Zulu from The Lion King on Broadway, and it is entitled Noyana. And I'm going to give an introduction for my dance piece afterwards. Siku yo winlela yelizwelo bomi ika yalambantu behlelingendweba Nina kaneluka kuti Kongo kona niti ninoyana noyana pezulu noyana 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 niti ninoyana noyana pezulu noyana noyana niti ninoyana oh oh noyana pezulu. So for my dance piece, I will be doing South African gumboot, but before I begin, I would like to give a brief history of South African gumboot. So, South African gumboot originated in the gold mines of South Africa during apartheid. In these mines, native South African men were forced by the Dutch to work sun up to sun down, shackled to their workstations in dark, flooded mines. Workers were often beaten and abused, and some were even killed due to work-related accidents. And the flooding in the mines caused ulcers on the workers' feet and legs. The sickness caused concern. So instead of flooding the mines, the workers were given tall rubber boots. Another thing I should mention is that in these mines, workers were not allowed to communicate using their words. So being the creative and innovative people that they were, they decided to use their boots as a means of communication. They would clap their hands, stomp their feet, and hit their boots, and it all had meaning. And these rhythms later evolved into a style of dance known as South African gumboot, which is predominantly done by men. So I am honored as a young black woman to be doing this dance style and to be a part of a group that performs this dance style that is predominantly women.
Hello again. My name is Alexis Lola North. The piece that I will be doing for you now is called The Awakening. My inspiration behind this piece is the Fish Jubilee singers themselves. When they sing, they take me to a place that I physically have never been, but spiritually, I can still feel those experiences, and this is just my way of paying respect to the African people who came before me and made me who I am. And so this is my I am statement in saying that I am here, I am present, and that there is beauty through every single struggle that we endure as a people.
Let's give it up for these amazing, phenomenal, beautiful artists. Oh man, I don't know about you guys. I mean, I definitely felt a wave of positive energy in the room, and we hope that you felt that as well. These are the people that make our organization what it is. These are the people that make our organization colorful and unique and necessary, and it's very important that their voices are heard. If you want to do more to support our organization and these wonderful artists, please visit www.joesmovement.org, and after that, head on over to www.creativesuitland.org to learn more about our virtual fall programming. Thank you so much to the Kennedy Center for this amazing opportunity, and we hope that we continued our mission, which is to inspire creativity across the nation. Again, my name is Britt. Thank you so much for watching, and be blessed.
Hello, I'm Nazarene again, and to close this occasion, I'm coming with another spiritual in the style of Hall Johnson called Pomona Got a Home at Last. This spiritual it sounds sad, but to me, it is a cry of peace after the storm, which I feel that in this time that we're living in, with the deaths of so many Black people, with so many families being torn apart, we need this cry of peace at this time. Oh, no harm, no harm, no harm, tell Brother Elijah, no harm, no got home at last. Oh, no harm, no harm, no harm. Tell Brother Elijah, no harm, no harm. Mona got home at last. Oh, Mona, Mona, in your tired morning, fall down on your knees and join the banner with the angels. No harm, no harm, no harm. Tell Brother Elijah, no harm, no harm. Mona got home at last. Oh, preacher, preacher, in your tired of preaching, fall down on your knees and join the banner with the angels. No